From the center of the galaxy, this is ForceCenter. I'm Ken Napzok.
I'm Joseph Scrimshaw.
And we're here for another edition of Star Wars Show and Tell. This is where we go through our storage bins, our collection closets, and share things from the Star Wars universe that we just think you should see, that we want to share. It is like those rainy days in elementary school where you'd play Heads Up, 7 Up, and then show and tell with the class, bring in something cool. And Joseph, we've been having a lot of fun. This is our third episode. You and I have been sitting down doing this, learning the ways of the internet, I guess, better than we ever have before on ForceCenter. But we can't do this just by ourselves, right? We have to have someone else here eventually.
No,
right?
Please,
Reveal our special guest today. She is part of everything we do here. Jennifer Landa.
That was my transition.
It was a literal hand wipe. It was great.
Hand wipe indeed.
Oh
Jen,
my gosh. Yes.
Jen, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. It's so good to see you guys. I can't believe it. We're making it happen during the pandemic.
We're making this happen. And Joseph, I don't know about you, but I feel a little bit old when I see people sharing TikToks until Jennifer, because hers are funny and full of talent, not just lip syncing to dances. I mean, there might be a little bit of that, but I don't know about you. I love it.
They're amazing, and I love the range of emotion and human depth that is coming out in Jennifer's TikToks. Sometimes they're fun and silly, and then man, that Rogue One that I want to go to the beach with. I'm not gonna spoil it. I think it probably already did, but that was beautiful and dark, and I loved it.
Thank you. They've been progressively getting darker and darker as we've been in quarantine. So I'll have to scale it back a bit.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. No, Jen, you're doing great. And it's so good to have you here. You are always a part of the show. That's always said, but to actually have you here. And we heard your voice recently about Mandalorian, but to see you here and do some sharing, some show and telling, we just couldn't do this any longer without you. So it's great.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's our pleasure. So Joseph, we were talking, normally we do a runner up and we do a share. Would you allow me, Jennifer, too? Would you allow me to share a bonus show and tell item? Is that going to be?
Yeah.
What a jerk I would be to say no. So please.
Well, you got the fierce beard, Joseph. I've been demanding that you grow your beard out. You finally, I'm into it. All right,
I kept it for you, Ken. I really did, for the show and tell. I was like, I had the razor here, and I was like, wait, we're doing a show and tell. Got to leave a little bit of Obi-Wan for Ken.
This item I'm going to share came just the other day. It's for charity. It's to raise funds for Feed America Food Bank Network. You can go to feedamerica.org for more information. But it is something special. And then it ran out, but I went to the Etsy page of Nerd Matters, and they're still selling them, and I have them up right now. I can confirm you could still pick one up, but I just want to share with everybody the Jar Jar motion capture Ahmed Best signature edition. That's his signature up there. I'm trying to get it to autofocus. There you go. There we go.
Wow.
There's 3 different kinds to get. I chose this one. You can get like a solid solid one color orange. Go to Nerd Matters on Etsy, etsy.com/shop/Nerd Matters, and pick it up and get it for charity and have a little piece of Jar Jar history in your hands. So I don't even know if I'm going to wear it on my jacket. Jen, would you put this on your jacket? Would you take this off?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I would wear it on my jacket. I would wear it on a hat. I mean,
I would write a storybook about that.
I'd take it on a plane. I'd take it on a train. Oh my gosh, Dr. Seuss, help me.
Are there like Star Wars versions of Dr. Seuss that you can read? Is that something out there?
You know what? There needs to be. My daughter has been really into the Jeffrey Brown, Darth Vader and his son, Darth Vader and his little princess books, which are great, but I'm having to come up with basically the whole thing and narrate it. So I could use some actual stories, and Dr. Seuss Star Wars would be perfect.
Well, then maybe it's time that you write it, Jen. Maybe it's you.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's get into this, Jen. We want you to lead off here. We want you to go up and share something from your Star Wars collection with everybody here. What do you have for us tonight?
Okay, so speaking of the Rogue One TikTok, I'm bringing out this Jin Urso Black series that my husband got me when the movie came out. Now, she had been sitting along with Cassie and Andor in our garage for a few years, to be honest, in the box, just sitting, just hanging out. And I didn't know what to do with them. I just was like, oh, they'll just stay there and eventually I'll display them. And then my daughter has been, a little bummed being stuck at home all the time. And so I was like, oh, and she said that she wanted some Star Wars action figures. She wanted more. So I said, all right. So I decided to give her this and Cassian. And I thought, oh, she's going to think this is a really lame thing. Like, Mom, why are you giving me this character? I have no idea who she is. She loves Jin. She now dresses Jin up. Jin has become a part of her little scenes that she creates with her Shopkins. She's like wanting to know more about the character, which is really awkward because what do I say? I said, well, she's a hero. She's a rebel and she dies at the end. No. So yeah, I really am impressed with this action figure. I love all the articulation, very nice. She's kind of the perfect size for a kid, which is why they should continue making action figures because kids do like playing with them if you give them to them. And actually, she has water dripping from her because my daughter was giving her a bath. My hand is wet.
Yep, that's awesome. Jin's kind of the star of your TikToks, right?
Yes, she was in a TikTok. I'm wondering. No, she was in one for sure, but yeah.
Yeah. It's canonically accurate that Jin takes a bath. I mean, that does happen eventually.
This is true.
Sadly.
This is true. I know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is she look? I mean, this is what's even better. You can even take off her little vest. I won't do it, right? I mean, yeah. My daughter wanted more female Star Wars action figures. That's what she actually was asking for, and I was like, oh, I don't have any. And then I thought, well, here's Jin. So yeah.
That's awesome. Beautiful.
Does her affinity for Jin embolden your feelings for the character of Jin? Yeah, you probably already positive about it, right? But how does it affect you as a mother watching that?
That's a good point because I do think that it has kind of deepened my appreciation for Jin. We have a picture book with Jin in there, and she was like, "Oh, I have that action figure," and it does. It's kind of cool actually to be able to say. She's a hero. She was a spy. She went on a secret mission, and my daughter was really getting into that. And yeah, for sure, I'd like to see more characters like this. And now, actually, that I'm thinking about it, I need to go back and revisit the Forces of Destiny episodes where Jin makes an appearance.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because your daughter has watched Forces of Destiny, right?
She has, but not since getting this action figure. And it's interesting because since we've been in quarantine, maybe because she's getting desperate, she really has been playing with all of General Grievous is her new favorite. She just thinks he's really cool.
Well, he is.
He is kind of cool. So now I'm like, oh, this is a gateway. Action figures are the gateway to Star Wars movies. And now I'm like, should I introduce her to the Phantom Menace? How, do I let her watch Attack of the Clones? Maybe not yet, but we're getting there.
I think that you should use General Grievous to teach her about coughing into your elbow.
PSA with General Grievous. Oh my gosh, that's another TikTok.
Joseph, you might be more. That's awesome. Jen, that's a great share with Jin. That is awesome. A good runner-up. I'm curious to see what your main event item is. Joseph, what's on your runner-up list tonight?
My runner-up is something that my wife Sarah got me. We don't kind of go big on Valentine's Day, so every once in a while we just won't do anything. Some Valentine's Day, we've got a bottle of whiskey together that we've picked out. And every once in a while, we make a little card or just there's a surprise around the house. And a Valentine's Day about a year ago, there was just a surprise in the house, and it was this. It is the Praetorian Guard Pez dispenser.
Very cool.
Which I like all the Pez dispensers, they're always nice and absurd, but this one in particular just felt like not only was it like, oh, it's fun, you got me a Pez dispenser, but it's for Valentine's Day. It's red, and then I've always found Pez dispensers funny because, you know, the candy comes out of the neck, and that's weird. And then I looked at this and realized that's where Ray cuts him. The candy comes out of where Ray cut him. Perfect romantic Valentine's Day gift.
And the packaging with Ray on it, it looks like it's mid-action, right?
Yeah, it's
accurate.
Remember what's going to happen to you, Praetorian Guard. I'm not going to let you forget, says Ray.
Oh, boy.
I don't think I've ever seen a Praetorian Guard Pez dispenser before. I mean, it's kind of a random character to choose, right? For the Pez dispensers, I feel like they always go with like the main characters, but it's kind of perfect.
Yeah, I think they must have just like slipped in as the like, oh, is that a cool new bad guy? Okay, we like cool new bad guys in that. So yeah, they got in. But if you didn't know Star Wars at all and just like, what is that? It's a house. What is this Pez dispenser? It's a red house. Got it. But
it does look like Monopoly piece. It does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's my runner-up. My Praetorian Guard Valentine's Day Pez dispenser.
That is awesome. Maybe one day you'll open it up and enjoy a nice candy treat from that sliced neck of Praetorian Guard. My runner-up here, I've mentioned this before. It was sent out by a fan, Luis, I believe his name was. I moved and got rid of some papers, and I think a nice little card that he had sent got discarded, so I apologize for not remembering your last name. But I have mentioned this. It is one of my least favorite things in Star Wars, which is why this was sent to me, making it, of course, now something I actually enjoy in Star Wars. Finally, I can share with the world my puffer pig. I mean, come on.
Oh, it's my gosh.
That is an amazing sound.
It's hard to hate puffer pigs. Oh, when they're this cute. I mean, now that it's in my hand, I started to turn around on the puffer pig.
What emotion do you get from the puffer pig? Is it like it's a stuffed animal and now you like want to give it a name so it feels real, or is it face cute? What is it?
I think it's a little face cute. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at it. It's those little things. I'll tell you what. So, and I don't know why when I took it out of the package, or it was just in a box. It wasn't like a package or anything. I was like, oh, this is great. This is fun. And on my shelf, it sat for a very long time. And then one time before Grace and I moved in, I think she was over at my apartment with our little chihuahuas, and she grabbed it and she squeezed it. And I didn't know it had done that. So what happened? She's like, this makes noise. And our boy Chihuahua Baxter, not a fan. And so if you want to torment him, you chase him around the house with the puffer pig. So now appreciation of the puffer pigs.
That is kind of the perfect bath toy, like a nice bubble bath and splashy.
Rubber.
My daughter wants that. My daughter would love it.
Oh, we gotta get one to Jen. We gotta get one to Jen, and then you can hear that sound too, all through your house, Jen.
Okay, maybe never mind.
It is really a sound of alarm. It's like, is there carbon monoxide or a puffer pig? What's happening?
Oh.
That is my runner up here. And then I figure maybe we'll go, what do you feel with event stuff now here? Then we'll go to you, Joseph, and go to Jen. So this stuff, I think also I've mentioned, I definitely think I showed you, Joseph. I can't remember. But I was at Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, and actually at the Disneyland parks. One of the final days that we all probably should not have been there, but we were there. Rainy day. And the night before, Grace and I went to downtown Disney and went to one of the little art places there. And I picked up some pieces, and they have bigger prints. And, you know, I have a little bit of a space issue in the studio here. So I was like kind of bummed. I really wanted some of these pieces. I couldn't do it. Not enough allowance money saved up. And on the way out, I saw they were postcards. So I got this cool collection of Star Wars art pieces here.
Oh.
solo shot here. So there you go. That one is by Chris Uminga. And then this Leia one, I really like the Fierce Leia one. It's titled Rebel with a Cause by Lilani Joy.
Love it.
My favorite one of all here is this one's Leaders of the Galaxy by Anne Shen. And this one, I just love. This is the one I was like, I gotta walk away with these ones. At least this one's got to go to my collection here. From Padme, Kira, Mon Mothma. There's your Jin, there's your Leia, Rey, Phasma, Holdo, and Rose. So that is, I'm waiting to display them properly. I'm going to get some frames and put them up. So for anyone who enters my house can see the Leaders of the Galaxy. That's my big share tonight. And this one I love.
So cool.
Chewie at 3PO, like that old Kenner action figure we all had with that.
Yeah, with the one arm. Yeah, man, those are all cool. The collection of Women of the Galaxy, Leaders of the Galaxy, that I really like the design that it is just their outfits. Because we can find lots of other stuff where we get to see, you know, the full representation, but there's something so cool to just see just the design that speaks to who these characters are and how they have really, really different roles and that are reflected by their clothes. To see like Rose's like, I'm working, I got a jumpsuit, to see Rey's sort of like, I've got this scraped together, to the more the regal and the armor. And it just, you immediately powerfully get the idea of like, all of these women have really, really different roles. And like, there's a diversity of kinds of strengths and perspective. And like, I wouldn't have expected all of that to pop to my mind immediately just by seeing their outfits, but that's what it does for me.
Yeah, no, it's well said, man. Well said. And it came out before Rise of Skywalker. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think you need to, you have Leia dead center. So I think you're okay. She's the center square on this tic-tac-toe of Star Wars leaders here. And I love it. And you got your Jen, Jen. So, and I love that they included Kira, because I think, you know, we have this kind of appreciation for that character here at ForceCenter that I'm really proud that we all three kind of connected with that. So anyways, that's my big share tonight. My art pieces there.
I love it. Shout out to the Star Wars costume designers, right? I mean, how incredible is that? That all those costumes, we immediately evokes an emotion of the characters. It's incredible. Yeah, absolutely. Somewhere Michael Kaplan, right, is like, yep. Some of those works are mine.
Michael Kaplan, Trisha Begar,
yeah.
Yes, well said. Joseph, what is your main event share tonight?
Okay, my main event share. This is great that you said from our collector's closet. This one literally came from my closet, and it's something that I haven't been able to really share. Ken, I think you'll know what this is immediately, but here we go. Jen, it's a red flannel shirt. That's the whole thing. It is actually I'll show and tell and model. I'll put it on.
To get it on.
This is something that was available at Star Wars Celebration that I was not able to actually get at Star Wars Celebration. There we go. And they did this cool offer where like a month, maybe 2 months after Star Wars Celebration, they said, hey, a couple things haven't sold all the way out, and to people who had passes to Star Wars Celebration, you can order online. So I had to order this because this is just kind of like a shirt George Lucas might wear. Exactly. So maybe some of you weirdos would want to buy it. And I was like, yes, me, please. I want to buy it. It was more expensive than flannel shirts normally are. Not insane, but it was like, does that come with like a little lock of George's beard hair or anything? Is it? No? Oh, just the shirt? Okay. I can deal with that. But I love these things that remind us, you know, that it's the actual story that we love, but it is also like the story behind the story that we love. And to just feel like a red flannel shirt in the context of Star Wars just means, oh, George Lucas, the guy who started this all with the help of so many other creative people. But the essence of it is this guy in a red flannel shirt, other color flannel shirts going, well, what if there was a war in the stars?
I still, when this was all the rage at Celebration, like you said, and I still want to know the process of presenting this to George as an idea, or if they did, I got to imagine they would. Someone would run it past George. And we know he does have a sense of humor about himself and about Star Wars. That's been documented many times.
Yeah.
So I've got to imagine that wasn't a hard conversation, but a real awkward and fun conversation to have.
Yeah, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, they had a lot of merch that was celebrating Phantom Menace because it was the 20 year, and it might be red and black specifically. So this might be a combination George Lucas, Darth Maul flannel shirt.
Oh, powerful indeed. I love that Lucasfilm really knows what the fans want. Of course I want that flannel. I mean, I have a red and black flannel, but it does not have the Star Wars Celebration thing on it. So what good is it? It's
not George approved.
It's not George approved.
What is it? Yeah, it was a Pearl Jam shirt. Who cares?
Are there other things we would hope they would release at Star Wars Celebration? You know, we don't know if this year's going to happen or if it's postponed. But the next one, what would you want other items like this, Joseph, Jennifer? That anything come to mind?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe. Go ahead, Ken.
I want Rick McCallum chewing gum. McCallum chewing gum. You can just. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Ewan's on the phone, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Perfect. Well,
oh my gosh.
I would add to that. I would not have thought of this if you hadn't said it, but maybe a Rick McCallum swear jar, since he swears so much on those behind the scenes.
That's so true.
I would love a Jabba the Hutt toy / puppet where you can actually get the puppeteers inside of it to move it around.
Ooh.
I would go for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's spectacular. Last week, Jen, last episode, I shared the From Star Wars to Jedi VHS documentary tape I have, which has all those wonderful characters, the backward and forwards guy, backward and forwards.
Oh, I love it.
A life-size Jabba just to go inside, just to hang out with the
I just need some alone time.
Excuse me, I need some alone time. Get in the tail.
So from art to clothing art, Jen, we're now up to your share tonight. What have you brought to show and tell?
Gentlemen, I bring a lesson. I bring a lesson, and to all of you out there, all of you, this was a Jawa Black Series for Jawa Off-World Jawa.
And yeah,
from The Mandalorian. Yes. I have not thrown it away. I think because I do have such it has sentimental value. I got it when I went to the Mandalorian press junket, which was a huge deal for me. My dog somehow got it off the table and she chewed it up. Totally chewed it up. And yeah, like look at the face. Can you guys see this? Look, wait, there is it.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! Oh no! Mangled. Like there's no salvaging this at all.
No, but it's kind of beautiful. It's strangely beautiful.
It kind of is.
It looks like a Cantina character now. Like
I know.
Cousin of the Weekways.
Right, and I don't have the heart to throw it away. But I think it's also a great lesson that like at the end of the day, these are action figures. I have the memory of going to the press junket, and it's okay if our action figures get destroyed by our children or our animals. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all right. Oh my gosh, look at this. I don't even know what this is. Is this like the foot that got somehow? Look at that. What is that? I don't know. Maybe it's like a robe. I don't know.
That's like the hand, right?
Yeah.
What was going on with the Jawa before?
Don't know. Now I'm questioning everything about how it looked. It looked really cool. I mean, look at this like bandolier.
Oh yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, now it really does look designed. It looks like I bet if you posted that online and said, exclusive new Jawa design is going to be in Mandalorian season 2. You've had off-world Jawas, and this is, the dog ravaged Jawa that's going to show up in Mandalorian season 2. People are like, cool.
That's right. Action. This is from an action sequence in the Mandalorian season 2.
Just post it to Instagram, tag Favreau. He'll reshare. That's the number one source of news. Yeah. But Jen, it's a valuable lesson with what we're going on here. A lot of things we've had for years. A lot of things are relatively new. But you're right. They're just items, and the love of Star Wars never leaves our hearts.
That's right. That's right. And like that earthquake last night, There was a moment where I was like, I can't grab any of my collectibles.
You can't.
You can't take them with you, you know. Gotta save myself and my baby. Not the Jawa. So
Jen's got a baby, brother, daughter, dogs.
Yeah,
Jawa.
Got one, my whiskey and my Luke, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, that's a great share. Great share, Joseph. Great shares. What a fun. I love doing this fun experiment with you all out there in ForceCenter land. Jen, you got to do more. You got to pull some things off the shelf when you can, and please come back. It's great to have you around these parts.
Oh, it's so good to see you guys and chat with you guys. And I can't wait till we can all be in person again after the virus goes away, as my daughter says.
She's not wrong. You know, Jen, we always tell them where they can find and follow us. If you guys want to follow ForceCenter Pod on Twitter, all the links are down below in the description here on YouTube. But Jen, please tell them where they can find you and what you're doing right now while you're off on some fun adventures at home.
That's right. Right now I'm surviving, but you can find me on Twitter at Jennifer Landa, Facebook. You can also find me on TikTok. I don't do that much dancing, mainly just pretending with my action figures at Jennifer Landa 1138.
Oh, that's great. I get that reference.
Yay! Yay!
You can follow me at Napzok, KenNapzok.com. Joseph, where can they follow you and your wonderful, sexy beard?
Oh, thank you. I'll take some selfies. You can find me and my beard and determine what you want to describe it as on Twitter and Instagram is at Joseph Scrimshaw, and you can go to my website, josephscrimshaw.com, from my podcast, Obsessed. And I've been saying upcoming live shows because the live shows will come again when the virus is gone.
That's right.
That's right. That's our show for this week. Star Wars Show and Tell. We appreciate y'all joining us with our collections and our memories. We hope you have some fun. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.